we have house music yet? House music. House music. Yeah, we can do this like the whole day. That whole swing. Oh! You got it! Get him!
Glow sticks.
Men's room.
MDMA.
Okay, welcome to the men's room. I'm your host, Mark Sparks, and this is house music aficionado, Jordan.
Howdy doody.
I was like, why do you have that face? That looks like house music. I was waiting for you to change.
So happy to be here.
You know, Mike on the behind the scenes. Mike, what's going on today?
Hello, Michael.
Sometimes he talks to us, sometimes he doesn't. It's kind of like, you know.
Sometimes he's not even here. That's never happened.
That's never happened. Men's Room. Live at mensroom.tv. If you have any comments, questions, email them there. We will get them. Love the question that we've been getting. We got a lot of stuff. A lot of people hit us up about the Valentine's Day. Valentine's was yesterday.
Oh.
A lot of us people were giving us what they were going to do. Looking forward to seeing what you actually did. So please send those videos in. Send those questions, comments, all that stuff to live at mensroom.tv. Hit us up on Twitter, mensroomtv at mensroomtv. My watch was mad because I didn't say at, apparently. Say at! So what's the word, man? What's going on in the world of you?
Well, not much. Like that shirt.
Thanks,
You've
man.
always got the best shirts.
You know, they're not the best. They're just, you know, they're bright.
I'm getting some good underlight here coming in.
I'm actually doing it for me because I caught a tan a few weeks ago and I wanted to make sure that I came up on the screen a little bit better.
How's your Valentine's Day?
It was nice.
Yeah?
It was nice. It was, you know, with my partner, we had some nice times.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
That's all I have to say about that. I was sworn to secrecy.
I saw the video.
You better not talk about that on the show. How come we always do that for our women's voices when they don't sound like that at all?
What's your guy voice? I want to hear your guy voice. Is your guy?
Oh, it depends. Hey, guy. How come we do that? Like, your guy was like, hey, guy. And your woman was always like this. Like, my mom sounds like this. My lady sounds like this. The woman at the corner store sounds like this. I don't know. I really have to work on some impressions.
Well, maybe they're just all the same person.
That's a problem. We have a cool guest today. Thomas is coming in, man. He's gonna talk about, but he owns his own gym.
Yeah.
And he's not like 65, like most people who own their own gym. I think he could teach us a lot about, you know, executing your plan. Like, do something. Say you're gonna do something, just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Balls to the wall.
I never understood that saying.
Me neither, but just put them up there against the wall. Literally. See what happens.
Wow. Well, there's a few things that could happen.
Yeah.
There's this one. Never mind.
Did you say termite problem? Because that happened to me one time. Thomas is coming in. He's got his own gym.
Yeah, so he's gonna teach us some stuff. Maybe you could ask him a question or two about workouts. You're looking buff, man. You're getting thick. I'd come over there and feel you up, but
The obliques. Obliques, are you going to zoom in on those?
he said, "Can we zoom in on those?" No.
See, you thought I was like constipated, but I was just trying to flex.
Flex without the face.
Like, you know, Ryan Gosling's got his cute face.
Don't hate on the goss.
I
Don't hate
love
on the
drag.
goss. You know what? Pursue a Retreat. We're gonna talk about Pursue a Retreat,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna talk to you about Ryan Gosling's latest 2 movies.
Mm-hmm. Pursue retreat. Let's do it. The award goes to. Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
Do you show affection towards your partner
Yes.
in front of her parents? This is a very good one. Very important.
I pursue. I mean, yeah. My lady's here. I always mess around in front of her mom. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with this.
Did you ask the mother to join in one time, or was that just a myth?
The myth, definite myth.
Like Loch Ness.
Like whatever other myth you come up with.
Talk to you after.
Yeah, we'll have a fight later.
Yeah. Hey, you want to ask me the question?
Oh, sorry.
You want to ask it to me?
All right, guys. Pursue a retreat. Pursue a retreat.
Wait.
Do you?
Retreat. See what I did there? That was a Mark Sparks. You remember?
You don't show affection in front of your parents?
No.
Why not?
Because, see, here's my
Are you
thing.
scared? You're not.
No, it's called respect, Marcus.
Okay.
Nothing to do with fear.
I don't know who Marcus is.
Actually, you know what? It is fear sometimes. Depending on who you're dating. It's the fear of getting a smack. Or if she's got a big brother come. Here, I think it all comes down to the culture, right? How, not culture, but how you were raised. Which
Okay.
falls into culture.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I've been flexing for like 12 minutes. I have no oxygen up here.
Yeah,
Okay. The way I was brought up was, you know, you never really show PDA in front of the parents, especially the father. All right. So you always show respect by distancing yourself from your girlfriend.
So
or
do you
your
distance to
partner.
the point of like bringing another girl?
Like, yeah, put the other girl in between you and no, like you literally pretend you don't even know her. And this is when I go back home still to Portugal and I see some of my cousins, females bringing their boyfriends home.
Yeah.
It's like I get to the point where I'm like, who's that guy? Like, why is he just sitting here hitting on your dad? I don't understand. And yeah, you have to win over the affection of the parents before you can take it to that next step. Sorry, I'm taking up all the
Bon
time.
dia, bon dia, senor. I don't.
It's a little bit of Spanish, but
Yeah,
yeah. I like it.
there's like a little both. I can give you Hail Mary, but you probably don't want that. Do pai, do filho, whatever.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Ave Maria. Look, I'm just saying, pursue a retreat. Let us know what you think. We'll get our winner at the end of the show. You know how it always goes. Rant or story of the week? Go ahead. Talk about the man. Go ahead.
Oh my God,
Right.
here we go. Bringing it back now. This is my rant, okay? Hooking up with girls abroad,
Mm-hmm.
that's not the rant. Here's the rant. The girls are from your town. It's like, do you go to a Chinese restaurant and order the pizza? No, you have the local cuisine, you enjoy, if you don't agree with it, that's fine, you never have to eat it again. I have a friend of mine, I'm not going to name any names, we go down south, you start talking to people, you meet someone from it always starts with, oh, you're from Canada? Whereabouts? Oh, Ontario? Whereabouts, right? And then you work it into that, eventually they're in your classroom sitting right next to you. So this guy hooks up with her, and I have to see her for the rest of the semester.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he totally blew her off.
And left her for you.
No, not even. And
Like, I mean,
she
to
was-
deal with, not
she
to.
Was not. She was not. She was vacation set.
Yeah, no, I more mean like he left you to deal with her
Yeah, left
in your class
me to deal with her.
when you got back
So
here.
every day I'd have to see her. Hey, have you seen your friend? I don't know why I'm talking like that, but I mean, that was my voice.
That was your girl
And it was
voice?
every single
What
day.
kind of girls?
Do you have his number? Can I get? No, I actually don't have his number because you're psycho and you were supposed to leave it down south.
He's my friend.
God.
Do I have his number?
That's my
No,
rant.
we just randomly meet from time to
Right.
time.
And it comes into another rant that we're going to talk about later, respecting your wingman. But I don't want to get into that right now. So yeah, try the local cuisine. I mean, you got to experience different things, right? Different fruits, different mangoes. Our loyal viewers
Hold
know
on,
what we're talking
didn't you
about.
say mango? Oh no, that was still female. Yeah, because I don't want to experience. Well, I mean, look, my story was about just acting classes, and we're both thespians, as you said a few weeks ago, and I just say I act, and I think one of the things about acting classes is it teaches you a lot about. I mean, even last week Ben talked about. His partner, she's an actor, and how she would call him on stuff because she's always searching for real reality. When we learn things about ourselves and we learn how we react and how we want to act, how we think about stuff, I just think an acting class is a great way, one, to just get out of yourself a little bit and see yourself from a different perspective. It allows you to learn a little bit about you and all that stuff. And I have more things about acting classes. I'll talk about them later. What's your problem with Drive?
Oh,
Like, because we're talking about acting. That's what
I mean,
I thought that was going to be your rant, because you were talking a lot of trash about.
love Ryan Gosling, right?
I
But
know.
Problem number one: why don't you talk? Why doesn't he talk in the whole movie?
He does talk. He does
Oh.
the Christian Bale through her.
He just he's got this hot woman hitting on him the whole time, and he's just smirking, sitting on her windowsill, whatever it's called, and it's just like, are you say anything, or I mean, do I have to call to catch a predator? What are you doing? Say something. Say words.
Did he say? He said.
He just has to take his shirt off, and then everyone's like, oh, he doesn't have to talk. But I'm like, no, I paid $14.50 for the ticket. I want to hear him say some words.
Well, see, you should have went to the double feature, because then you'd have only paid $8, and you would have been so angry.
Oh,
That's really why you don't like the movie. The driving scenes.
see, I thought there were going to be more driving scenes. I love the opening scene where he's putting on his gloves, and it's all majestic, and you can hear the leather and the touching of the steering wheel, and that's fine. But then he's not talking about the whole movie. I'm like, really, buddy? Like, this girl wants to jump on your bones, and you're just playing with her child the whole time. Pretty sure we have a word for that. It's called creepy.
It's called Driver, actually.
I've never met a driver who hangs out with 7-year-olds as much time as he did. Anyways, I love Ryan Gosling, but
I just wanted to know why you hated it so much. It was just so awesome.
well,
Why
he's
do we have an audience?
a strong word.
We do. Arvin wrote us last week.
Arvin!
Question.
D-
He hit us up at live@mention.tv. I'm going to paraphrase this question a little bit, Arvin. I'm not going to read it word by word.
Okay.
But basically, the gist of it is he wants to know. I guess it was this girl at his school that he was that he wanted to meet, and things started off really well.
Mm-hmm.
But then after a while, it kind of got dull,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's trying to figure out how to spice him up, or how to get her back interested again. And how do you go about doing that when you've got a long time frame, and you're maybe someone that you go to school with, you see him every day, a coworker or something like that?
Well, I remember we had Pursue a Retreat for coworkers several episodes back, and I believe I said retreat.
Mm-hmm. You never poo where you eat. That's what it comes back to.
Right? You would say, I wouldn't, yeah, poo where you eat. Okay. Probably don't want to poo anywhere near you where you eat. We always talk about pickup, and I think one of the things about being always in pursue mode is that you're never in relationship cultivation mode. It's much easier to cultivate a relationship or to keep the relationship going than it is to reignite. Now, one of the needs of a relationship is to have a point of reignition, you know, to have that time away and then make it fiery again. But if you get too far away, you're not in a relationship anymore. You're just kind of two people who are sort of
friends.
right. And once you get into that friend zone, it's a lot of work to climb out of that valley. So I don't know where you're at, but what you probably want to look at in future, whether it be with this girl or the next, is once you pursue and you have some interest, to cultivate that, keep it exciting, keep it fresh, keep it. I mean, I don't know, how would you do
Well,
it?
at the same time, I mean, it's not always gonna be up here, right? You're gonna have
True.
your ups and downs.
True.
But I agree 100%. I mean, try to keep it fresh throughout, as opposed to just let it run stale and then try to reignite it.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, there's lots of things you might want to revisit what you did when you got her in the beginning, but other than that, good luck on the next one. But email us, let us know how you deal with it,
Yeah,
man.
let's hear about it.
Taboo.
Taboo.
Topic of the week.
What's our taboo? Oh. Let me
Wow, that one-
hydrate for this
Yeah, that
one.
one caught me. Did you guys catch my face on by accident? Ooh, that was a little, taboo topic of the week. She tells you she missed her period.
Go to Mexico. Next. I'm just joking. We're gonna get a lot of hate mail over this.
Bastard, you went to. No, like honestly. So we were talking about safe sex a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
and this happens. To, you know, guys that mess around, they be doing that stroke first before to test the waters, or I just put it in a few times before I put on my condom.
Mhm.
Or if you wear a condom, like truth be told, it's not 100% foolproof. The only foolproof method is abstinence. You remember they taught us that in school?
We plug Jesus there.
Yeah.
Big man. Yeah, so
Like, did the Jesus sign come up on the bottom?
I mean, you're right though. I mean, the best way to avoid these situations, but let's be realistic. Let's be
Well, we're not abstaining. I mean,
No.
what do you do if your girl thought, ring? I don't know why this is a phone, the international sign for phone. Like,
Yeah.
I've never seen a phone that looked like this.
That's fine.
Like, I hold a BlackBerry like this. Everyone holds a phone like this, and yet we all do this for phones. I'm going to hold a tradition. Ring, ring. I'm calling you, Jordan. Ring.
Hello?
Hey, Jordan. I missed my period.
Can you hold on one sec? Yeah, can I get a flight to Tijuana, please? One way. Thanks.
B. Ring.
Hello?
Jordan, I missed my period.
Can you hold for 1 second, please? Can I get a flight to Tijuana? Okay.
I feel like
Yeah.
there's a theme here.
All
But
seriousness though, I mean, I'm pro-choice.
okay.
All right, I know some people are gonna call in, they're gonna text saying, yeah, you know, whatever. But I mean, it's such a tough. I guess you gotta just talk about it, find out how far along she is, and look at yourselves. Are you gonna be able? Because this is another thing. This is another rant too that I don't like. Is when people bring children into the world and they're not even taking care of themselves, but yet they're gonna try to take care of this child, and then ultimately the only person that suffers is the child.
Mm-hmm. I
Right.
dig what you're saying.
So I mean, unless you guys are, I don't know.
It's this
tough.
is a taboo
It is
one.
tough.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I feel like, I hear you saying about pro-choice, and I'm not necessarily going to get into that debate. I think at this point, if I get that call, and you're not in a, I mean, are you in a steady relationship? Or are you in kind of someone you were just, messing
Yeah.
with? Whatever it is, we as men owe the woman the respect and the support that we're not gonna, run away from it at that moment.
Mm.
That we are open to talking about it, that we do need to discuss it. And I think you have to create a forum, especially, I mean, you gotta think of, if you're a young woman, I mean, if you're 19, 20, 18, 19, 20, and you think you're pregnant, That's gotta be scary for the girls.
Oh.
It's scary for us,
Yeah.
but they gotta carry the child. So we have men gotta realize, okay, well that's where she's gonna be at. Let me come down to
Yeah.
being a place of support and comfort and create a place where she can talk freely. If she wants to tell me I want to keep it, she wants to tell me, I don't want to keep it. She wants to say I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
That she feels safe doing it with you.
There's options out there, right?
Right,
Like there's
100%.
adoption and there's that kind of stuff. But you're right. You can't just leave her hanging because she's not the only one that got herself in this mess.
Right.
It takes two to tango. Well, it takes two to make a baby.
But it takes one to book a flight to Tijuana.
But no, I was all kidding aside. I mean, that was just.
You book a flight for 2 people, you're saying?
Yeah, I'd bring it with me, honestly.
Right.
But no,
Video critique.
here we go.
Oh, I'm excited. Mike, I heard you got something good.
Can't wait to read those emails on that taboo.
Yeah.
My
right.
Twitter is @MarkSparksInc.
I just shot some water up my nose.
What's up, guys? It's Flash Fontanelli. How to flirt.
this guy.
Now remember, flirting should be fun, and you shouldn't put a lot of emphasis on this interaction because you just met this person. So it's not life or death. It's just playful and it's fun. Some quick tips on how you can flirt. Smile with your eyes. When you're speaking, okay, your eyes should be lit up. The art of charm. Art of charm is all about facial expression. So use your facial expressions while you're in that interaction. Compliment, okay? But compliment in a specific way. Don't just compliment to kiss ass or to get something in return. Instead, compliment and give a reason why you're complimenting. Playful teasing. This is very effective. It's fun, making fun of the other person, but keep in mind that some people are sensitive about certain things, so this is going to vary based on the person you're interacting with. Their security level is going to control their threshold for how much teasing they can take, so kind of gauge that. Kino. Playful, flirtatious touching while you're talking. Nothing drastic. You're going to ease up to it, and check out the Kino escalation chart that I have for more information on that. Pause. Pause while you're speaking. Make them wait for the next thing that comes out of your mouth. All right? This is playful, it's captivating for the listener, and it can be flirtatious if you use the right eye contact. Smiling should be approval giving, not approval seeking. You should never smile to make the other person like you more. Instead, you smile to give your approval, and a smile is like charity. Devious. Be a little bit devious. Deviousness is sexy. You can display this with your eyes, with sarcasm, with your sense of humor, and it's highly effective in attraction. Hold your eye contact.
I'm being devious.
This is my approval smile.
So what do you think about that?
Oh, seems like a lot to remember. I mean, be natural.
But for the guy who says my natural doesn't work.
Yeah, but you didn't let me finish. Don't be natural. If your natural is not good.
Well, that's deep. Look, man, here's the thing with me is anytime you have all these things to remember, and we always talk about this, and this is what we talk about natural, is you just got to go through a lot of things and find where you sit, where you are comfortable. Sometimes people's natural is actually them being something that they're creating a facsimile of something they've seen already.
Mm.
Oh, that guy in the movie, or I'll be like that. No, just be you. Be what you enjoy. Say what you want.
Yeah.
You said it, being in the moment, right?
And that's the thing too. I mean, I get the whole thing with the physical contact, but I mean, you got to remember, you'll know if she's gonna allow you to playfully or flirtatiously make contact. You know,
Right.
You've seen the situation where the girl's having a drink and she starts laughing. She kind of bumps into you.
She
and
opened the door.
Contact's been made. She opened the door.
Speaking of doors,
But I mean, you can't just walk.
I was just the door to the next video. But go ahead. But you can't just walk. No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
even know we had another video, bro.
Oh, I got something.
Yeah.
Mike, do we have time to show 'em?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Here we go.
You can win, be
Talk about
that
pickup.
right now.
Confidence.
Being
I see
you,
the confidence.
Doing what you want to do.
Being yourself.
Baby, we
Being you.
can see
Isn't that she's singing on it?
never,
Seeing your pick.
never.
Oh! And now here comes the pickup. She's gonna pick her. I feel so bad for that girl. Is she okay? Are you okay in there? Jesus, why didn't we show that?
Because it's hilarious.
Oh my god.
We showed that to prove a point that sometimes you don't need to make sense. 'Cause that-
Hey,
I saw that.
Point and heard.
I saw that.
I didn't
And
get
the only
that.
reason I can play that video is because she is okay. Because she gets on after and she goes,
Does she? Was she singing Adele?
and then she talks a little bit. But here's the best part is, she put that video up herself.
Oh my god.
Oh, communication.
Anyways, yeah, be in the moment, analyze the environment, situation, and go from there.
That's it. And don't dance
Don't
on
just go up,
tables.
don't just go up and touch some girl. That's kind of, that'll get you 2 to 5.
We had a mode off stage.
Mike just touched her.
That'll
and
get
she
you 2
didn't
to
want
5. Ugh. Communication quiz. Miss Communication. All right, I'm gonna give it to you. Ready? Boom, 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 boom. She says you can choose the movie because she chose it last time. You A, pick her movie, because here's what she really said. Oh my gosh, I really want to see Ryan Gosling in that movie, but I chose last week, so
Better
you
not
can
be-
choose this one.
Better not be that movie Drive.
Do you A, pick her movie? B, pick the movie you want to see, Death Kill 4, where she hates.
Oh.
C, tell her to go see separate movies.
Hey, I mean, that's not always a bad option because you're getting time apart and we're making each other miss each other.
D, tell her that her movie sucks. Or E, stay in and don't go to the movies at all.
E. I say E.
You say you just avoid the
I
confrontation.
say, you know what, baby? Why don't you just stay home and I make you dinner? Right?
There's no miscommunication there.
Like,
But I want to go to a movie.
we can rent one. Netflix.
Can we rent one of my movies? Oh wait, you picked last.
They don't
I
have those
picked-
movies on Netflix. Sorry.
But I don't want to see.
Then I'm
that.
gonna say, no, we saw Drive last time. Should have called it Stall. See what I did? Mike, did you get that? Where are you? Should have called it Stall. The bird. Anyways,
Bird rubber. Oh,
offer to see her movie.
yeah.
I mean, because then you have a +1. You have the advantage for later on down the road.
I'm done with your stall. So you say, yeah, I'm done. We're going to the interview, right? Without further ado, we'll bring Thomas in. He'll tell us about. I really want to hear how he started his gym up and some of the stuff that he's
Yeah.
learned, and also, I mean, trainers motivation stuff, right? Managing and training, that's a big deal. Thomas, why don't you come on down, man?
Thomas.
Get out of the way, man.
What's up,
Good to see you, man.
You too.
We got some water, some fresh
H2O,
agua.
yeah.
Good stuff.
So,
Greetings and salutations,
Yeah,
man.
man. Good to see you guys.
Thanks, man. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, your gym, your gym is very different than the traditional gym.
Very much so, yeah.
It's an adult playground. Have you seen pictures of his gym?
No.
I don't know, Mike, if we'll be able to at all get a shot of the place at all. I don't know, or you can just tell them the website.
For sure, yeah.
The place is, you tell about it.
Yeah, it's a little different than your average, big commercial gym, machines everywhere. We got a lot of open space, a lot of suspension training. I don't know if you're familiar with TRX,
Yes, sir.
RIP 60,
Yep.
a bunch of stuff like that. I wanted a very freestyle, functional training area, somewhere that people could really go back to what we did as kids. Out on the playground, monkey bars. Don't have slides, but getting into the same type of fun you'd have on a playground.
Right.
But also combining that with fitness, getting fit, getting in shape, having fun,
Mhm.
having that social element in the gym too, and just like we did on the schoolyard.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing for me, and yeah, no, I was able to bring it together and loving it.
That's pretty. Now, how did you? I mean, you say I was able to bring it together, and that's it's kind of I just not like a sandwich.
Absolutely not.
It's
No,
a
yeah.
big deal. How did you go from thought process
Mhm.
to maybe the education of this? Like, take us through. How did you get to your own gym at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I was training in big gyms for a few years. Kind of got sick of that whole old way of looking at things, both from a management side, but also in training side. Want to get into a little bit more functional freestyle training, more sports specific stuff.
Right.
So came up with the idea. Spent 3 to 4 months scouring real estate listings, looking for the perfect spot. I want open space. I want natural light. And I'd find a spot that was great. Maybe the price is wrong. And I'd find
Right.
a spot, price is great, not exactly the best spot. And then I think I hit a winner, and there's no looking back. Pulled the trigger then and there that day. So yeah, very happy with it right now.
Nice.
For sure.
So you pull the trigger that day. That's huge.
That you got to, yeah, especially, I mean, as you guys know, in this city, you know, real estate the way it is, both commercial real estate and residential real estate, you sit around for a day and it's gone, right?
Right.
You lose out, so had to be done.
That's big, though, but that transfers over even to life, you know, and forget just real estate. But how do you see that working with, for instance, let's say clients?
Yep.
And, you know, they might have a decision, hey, I want to do this today, but, you know, they don't pull the trigger right away. They go through this.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, you know, an old saying that's been said by many athletes over the years, you know, and recently by a guy I'm a huge fan of, Johnny Bones Jones, UFC light heavyweight fighter.
Yeah, big time.
I remember seeing an interview a couple months back where he said 80% of life is just showing up and doing it. Pull the trigger, do it, show up. That's all that matters. The hard work, that's part of it once you get there, but 80% of it, just show up.
Right.
That's it. And, you know, that goes for my clients, that goes for the people that work at my gym, it goes for, you know, any decision, anything you do in your life, right? So, and I take that to heart, right?
Right. Well, I was gonna say, I mean, it sounds like you live that. So you talk about, I mean, you're a manager, you're an owner, a manager, and a trainer. So you have to wear a bunch of hats at the same time.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of, you know, not say pace yourself, but how do you divide, or how do you holistically keep the three of them together?
Yeah, scheduling is tough. You know, it's all about being very, very, you know, very strict with the way you structure your day.
Okay.
You know, there's hours that are for training clients. There's hours for taking care of business, and then there's hours for yourself. You need to be getting your own workouts in. You need to have some fun too, right? So just being very very adamant about planning it out hour for hour, and you know, trying not to make exceptions, because as soon as you start making that one exception, you know what, I'm gonna skip my workout today. I got to deal with this business, or I got to deal with this business. You know what, I got to cancel a client. It all goes downhill from there. So sticking to a strict, I guess, schedule is the key to balancing and wearing all those hats, right?
Right. I like that. You said, you know, don't make that one exception, that one, you know,
that's all it takes.
That one excuse allows you to make the next excuse. Oh,
Exactly.
This workout is okay, missing this, because
Yeah.
I'm tired today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll go twice as hard tomorrow.
Exactly.
And, you know.
Yeah, and the same thing goes for your clients. I mean, as soon as they make their first excuse, or you allow them to use that first excuse, then, you know, you've broken that kind of commitment that you two made between each other for their success, right? So that carries on over to, you know, my relationship with my clients as well. So yeah.
See, that's crazy. Now, how do you feel with you know, looking at your clients, and motivation is a big thing as a training side of it? What are some of the tips that you give people to stay motivated? Because I think that's anything. When you undertake something new, you undertake something, you know what I mean? You know, Jordan just started his week 4 of his new regimen. It's like, well, you know, you and Jordan, Jordan's doing his thing now. Yeah, it's be like, hey, month 1, how do you get him to month 3, month 6?
Absolutely. I think it's all about you know, not to be cliche with this, but it's baby steps, and it's setting small goals along the way. If you don't realize, you know, or understand why you're doing what you're doing and exactly what you're trying to achieve, you know, you lose motivation. And that goes for somebody coming in who's never exercised in their life, and it goes for the top level athletes in this world. You know, if you have a small goal, no matter how small it is, it's progress, and you know you're working towards it. That provides a huge amount of motivation. When you're kind of in the dark and you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, that's when I see motivation lost in my clients and even in myself. I mean, in my personal workouts, here's my goal, and you know, what am I going to do to get there? And once I hit that, what's my next step? What's my next goal? And you know, it carries throughout your entire life, but especially in, you know, in the fitness world for sure. Yeah.
But you're in great shape already. You know, someone will say you're in great shape. What goal could you possibly have? Why don't you just work out for the sake of working out now?
Not at all. And I was actually asked that by a client the other day who said, you know, you must come out here and you do everything in you know, everything's perfect. You never fail at anything. I go, no. Every single thing I do in the gym, I fail at. And if I'm not failing at it, then I'm not doing something challenging enough. And it's always about taking yourself to that level of failure and breaking through it. And like I said before, that continues no matter how fit you are, no matter how successful you are. Always challenging yourself, always breaking through that barrier of failure, right? So, and that's the big thing for everybody.
One of those things you see in the gym, which is paramount as it is in life, is that the people who continue to get better are the ones who can continue to get to that point of failure and then find the next level. That's
and
just
how to break through
and
it.
And I plateaued. Okay, now how do I get to the next level?
Exactly.
How do I get to the next level? and so
Precisely.
that's a huge thing.
Mhm.
How do you get people? Because there's a scary thing about failing.
Mhm.
I mean, as much
Absolutely.
as it's not a big deal, it is a big deal.
Yeah.
How do you break that mold?
The fear of failing?
Yeah.
I think it's just getting them to understand that failure is not necessarily a negative thing. All of the great things anyone's ever achieved in this world, some of the top thinkers, top inventors, scientists, politicians have said, their biggest, the thing they're most appreciative of is the failure they had just before they had a big success.
Right.
Because without that big success wouldn't come.
Mhm.
And that goes, from big moments in this world's history all the way down to a single workout with a client. You know what I mean? It's learning to understand that failure is what motivated you to be successful or to do something successful following it. So
Yeah.
it's learning to think about failure as a positive thing, not a negative thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Jordan, how's your failures going in the gym?
Oh, I've had a lot. I've had a lot of failures. But no, it's absolutely right. I mean, it's discouraging to try something and then not be able to do it on the first time, especially when you come from like a competitive nature, right?
Mhm.
And that's why I like working out with partners, because you need someone there to be like, listen, no, like you're doing it again. We're gonna do
Right.
it one more set, one more rep. You know, you can't just give up, because if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Right. Well,
Yep.
you always say that if it was
Yeah.
easy, everyone would do it. It wouldn't make it special.
Exactly. So, but it makes it that much better when you do get to that goal that you set, and then you say, well, like if I can do that, then I can do this.
Right.
Set another goal higher up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about goal setting, is it doesn't stop. It continues. As
Yeah.
good as you get at something, as you said, Thomas, it's like as soon as you find like, oh, you come and do it perfect. Nah,
Yeah.
I go to the next level. I kick
Exactly.
my own ass, and you do go hard again.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take working out from the physical aspect of it to the the spiritual, mental. How do you see people changing? I mean, you've been a trainer for years. You've worked in this setting.
Mhm.
You have your own place now, so you even see it from a different angle.
Absolutely, yeah.
How do you see people change internally?
I have clients. I have a very versatile clientele. I have clients ranging from people who are very good shape. They come to me more for knowledge and guidance and kind of that extra push.
Right.
To people that come to me who have never exercised in their life. They may be very depressed, very down on themselves, maybe out of shape, I get a reward from training all types of people. But when you can take somebody who kind of has lost hope
Yes.
in their personal health and their fitness and kind of their self-esteem,
Yeah.
and you can bring them back to a place where they're proud of themselves again,
Right.
and happy with themselves again.
Mhm.
That's a huge thing for me. And as rewarding as working with all my clients are, when you can work with somebody and literally change the way they see the world through what you've done with them, then I know I'm doing my job and I'm very happy with it.
That's pretty fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, I love seeing people, as a conditioning specialist side of what I do, seeing people change in their confidence level.
Mhm.
It's crazy how the physical body becomes an outward manifestation of something happening inside. And you can't see confidence growing. Like everyone says, be more confident,
Mm-hmm.
be more disciplined.
Mhm.
You can't see that stuff, right? Like, what does discipline look like? What does confidence look like as a term? But
Mhm.
when you say be more disciplined by getting your workout in,
Exactly.
4 days. You said 4 days a week. Do 4 days a week. Be true to your word.
Mhm.
Once you do that for 4 weeks, you go, hey man, I feel disciplined, and then you get confidence in your ability to be disciplined, right?
And that's the thing. I mean, consistency in a small amount of success breeds more success.
Right.
And your commitment breeds more commitment. So,
Right.
it's I would say to my clients, forming bad habits. We all know habits are hard to break,
Mhm.
but you form some good habits that are equally hard to break.
Right.
But it takes some time.
Right.
And once you form them, you're addicted. I mean, you're addicted to those good habits, and they're good. They're good for you. So it's not a bad thing.
Right. What's one of the ways you get people to? Maybe one of the habits that you get someone to form, a good habit that you can help them reinforce in life. What's one of those that you can say, hey man, cats watching at home can go, well, how can I reinforce a good habit in my life right now?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's a matter of understanding. We going back to what we talked about with excuses.
Yes,
and,
yes,
and
yes.
And as soon as you make an exception, that breeds more exceptions. There's always gonna be something. You're sick, you're tired, you're hungover.
Yes.
Your dog was taken to the vet. Whatever it may be.
Right.
there's always going to be excuses, but as soon as you make that first one, like we said, it breeds more. If you allow those excuses to kind of take over, it will break your entire plan, whether it be plan to get in shape, plan to get a job, plan to whatever it may be. Show up, do your thing. If you're injured, work on a different area of your body.
Right.
If you're tired, stretch.
Right.
There's always another way you can be improving yourself, learning, growing, and being better. And one thing is out of the question, work on another.
Right.
And I think that's something that I try to instill in my clients. There's always something you can be doing. So not showing up, going back to not showing up isn't really an option.
Right.
Right.
That's huge. I think that's a great habit to put into play. Not showing up. I know for myself when one of the times that I broke my kneecap and I wasn't supposed to do anything. And after about 3 months, I was in the gym and I remember I used to put my foot up because it was in a straight cast on a bench on a stool. And I do super light bench press, and super light. And people would always ask me, well, why are you here? Why don't you just rest? And I was like, because I got to keep this habit of coming in. Because as soon as I break this habit, like how you feeling now? You've been going for 4 weeks, and it's like, Jordan started his workout. He's been going for 4 weeks.
Especially when you start to see results,
Yeah.
Even if they're small, you still see them, right? You can flex a little easier now, and you're like, wow, like this is good. I got to keep doing this. It'll get better and better.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But, right off the bat, the biggest thing that I found that was hard to quit was the drinking, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, because everyone's like, hey, you want to meet up? Let's go. It's like a beer here, a beer there. By the end of the day, you're bloated. So, I guess looking for alternatives too for stuff like that. Yeah, if you can't quitting cold turkey is tough, right?
Sure.
It's gonna sound like I'm an alcoholic, but they go to meetings. I just been,
you're drunk.
Yeah. Chronic binge drinker.
A social drunkard.
But and I'm social a lot, so that's a problem. But no, that was one of the toughest things. But then you find substitutes, like you have a glass of red wine or something, or a tonic with lime.
Or water.
Or water.
He said red wine.
I feel bad for the waitresses, right? Because it's like you're sitting there drinking water, taking a table away from them. So, no, be disciplined.
For sure.
That's big, man. We're wrapping up now, and one of the games we play is a top 5 thing. The guests. What I'd like to ask you is maybe if you can give what would be maybe your top 3 or 5 exercises that someone could do right away. Like they're in the gym, you need to be doing this if you're in the gym.
Absolutely. Okay. The name of my gym is Primal Movement, as you know.
Right.
And that expression, that phrase itself, it refers to certain type of movements that are natural movements for the human body.
Right.
If we're talking the top 3 to 5 exercises,
sure, like the
I would definitely going back to basics. The human body was made to move. And there's movements that it does well and are very effective in increasing strength, getting in shape, losing weight. Got to start with the classic, the push-up.
Right.
The press movement is very functional in the day-to-day life and very effective, strengthening upper body, as you know. Got to go with the squat as well. No better way to strengthen the legs.
Every day someone's trying to figure out some different way. It's like just do a squat.
Absolutely, shape those quads, shape those glutes.
Yep.
Everybody wants a tighter butt. So
all these fitted jeans nowadays, you gotta have a little bit of a bum, right?
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm gonna have to let's go with 3. I'm gonna go with the deadlift as the third. Now it's an exercise you need to know how to do properly.
Right.
Not one that I would recommend for novices. You need to be instructed by somebody who knows the form and knows the lifting technique. But very, very effective, full body exercise that should be part of anybody's routine.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Yeah, deadlifts are. I was coming to you last week. Yeah.
It's funny. They say the little kids. If you watch a little kid lift something up, that's like the perfect posture.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You watch
babies that
walk
perfect
around.
form.
Yeah, they walk around. They're like shoulder blades down, scapula retracted, and they're just like abdominals are tight, and they just do that walk, right?
Exactly.
We teach ourselves not to be to move properly. Primal movement is exactly. You're very right. You watch a kid playing. I think when we were growing up, my demographic, or my age group, everyone, we played outside. We'd be outside all day, and there was very few friends of mine that I could think of that were overweight, or because we were going to the gym. We'd be on the monkey bars, slide, rope. Remember the jungle gyms they used to have?
Oh man!
Now it's they don't let kids climb.
I'm pretty sure they have video games now that you can go on the jungle gyms. That kids are playing at home.
The Wii game. Hey, I'm climbing the ladder. You're like, Man, Thomas, that was spectacular. Thank you
Yeah,
for coming out.
Hey, thanks so much for having me, guys.
Yeah, man, we'll
Cheers.
definitely
All right.
look forward to coming by Primal
Sounds
Movement
good.
and,
Anytime.
getting primal, you know.
Check me out, primalmovement.ca, Twitter, primal_movement. Tweet at me.
At Primal
Follow
_
me.
movement.
Yeah,
Right,
at primal
sweet. Yep.
_movement. Exactly.
That's another primal movement now too, eh? The whole.
Absolutely. Get the thumbs going.
You should check out my thumbs too. My thumbs like that. It's a thumb flex right there.
Oh, there it is.
We got Buzz, so Mike's gonna throw something at me. So man, like
Cool,
I said,
man.
look forward to coming down to Primal
Appreciate it
Movement.
so much.
All right, Thomas.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Get out
Cheers.
your way. Hey, you gonna do some make money stretch on a date? How to?
Oh, well, I have a good. It's a kind of a secret, but I mean,
It's not a secret. I've
Another
seen-
favorite. You hang out around restaurants during recycling day, right? You look for the expensive bottles of wine, the empty ones. Take those home, rinse them out, fill them up with a nice box of wine. Everybody wins. Is that not?
So how do you really make your money stretch on a date? I'm telling you, girl. The next girl you go out with, I'm like, hey,
Don't drink the wine
look in the bag
or eat the
There's
blue
a box.
pill. What? Certain things like when you go out, instead of going out for dinner, you can just get a couple appetizers, sharing plates.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I find nowadays going out, if you have an appetizer and then a meal, it's almost hard to finish it, right? And I don't like to waste food, so split some appetizers. Different types of dates. You don't just have to go to a restaurant or, to these, like the Beverly Wilshire. I'm going to fly you there in my helicopter.
Right.
Just go for a walk, go for a coffee. More intimate environments, I guess, where it's good to get the one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Sharing ice cream cones.
Aww.
That was a joke.
I was like, yeah, no, that's Dave Chappelle. No, but once you plan those dates, like you're saying, planning those dates around not spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
You go for a walk.
Yeah. Whatever happened to those days? You remember when you were younger? It's like we would just go for a walk.
Sit in the park.
Well, we wouldn't, but yeah.
I would never, no. Sit in the park, on the swing.
It's because I'm not flexing. I want that.
Did you just pass wind?
I might have.
Are you okay?
No, but I mean stuff like that. It doesn't have to be dinner or drinks or you don't always have to go and see a movie. But how are you gonna get to know someone when you're watching a movie?
Right.
You know?
Perfect.
Because
Yep.
and then if you want to, you're gonna have to get the movie. Then you gotta go out afterwards. So that's 2 dates right there.
I think a lot of times, when we talk about dates, we look to do all this stuff in the beginning when all we need to do is look to get to know the person. And do I want to spend more time with this person?
Yeah.
That's the only question this is.
Yeah.
Do I like who you are? Do you like who I am? Do we get along, or do I want to spend time with you? So it's like you said, go for a walk, go for a coffee, share an appetizer. You get a chance to talk.
Offer to make dinner, have her come by, and
Yeah.
And in fact, I know you're a good cook. I want to hear more about that.
But we'll bring you by the kitchen, and then we'll do a show sometime.
And then, like I said, I mean, you go to the movies, you can't speak, and if you're watching Drive, no one's talking. So it's just like you got Charlie Chaplin Festival in there. Silent film. Silent film joke.
Okay, before we move on, Drive was an artistically fantastic movie.
You can speak in art.
Yeah. No, you can't. You ever gone to a gallery?
You know what? Yes, I have. And I talk in there all the time.
Fascinating. But
I totally see it. I'm getting off track here. Yeah. Ryan Gosling, tweet me, J. Ryan Duart, at J. Ryan Duart. Did you just pick him up upside down?
well, he's biting my
You're gonna
foot,
give
so I
him-
couldn't look at you anymore. I
You're
was
gonna
like,
give him scoliosis.
bucket list. Y'all take it as bucket list.
Bucket list. Mike, start it off.
You don't want to take the dog out of there?
No, he was just biting at my foot.
Only if
so
it's
no,
on your
no, it's
bucket
not.
list.
Yeah, is that on your bucket list? Because I want to help you fulfill bucket
My
list.
bucket list is to one day have a trained dog. That's for real on my bucket list.
You will be trained for Mike. All right, ready? Watch this. Go, dog. See that, Mike? Help you train your dog. That'll be $24.95.
Want to know what my bucket list is?
What's your bucket list this week?
I want to be in a movie with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, it's so not gonna happen. Because when it happens,
I want to co-star with
I'm gonna make sure I call him and be like, "Can you watch episode 9 of the Men's Room, please?"
I'm just he knows me. I'm just teasing him.
Just watch the episode after Valentine's Day, and hear what he said about you in Drive. Okay?
Ides of March. Crazy. What was that? Crazy Stupid Love. Great movie.
I love the part. I just thought the part where he has Shalong. He's like, He's like, what, you have a problem with my schlong in your face? Look, I've been sitting here for 20 minutes. If you don't have a problem with my schlong in your face, we have other problems to deal with.
No.
Mike, are we going to put that in the next seminar?
I'm not going to be doing a movie with him, am I?
Bucket list. I'd like to do I'm going to do a animation movie and be a voice of a character. That's on my list.
Oh, man. Nice.
Yeah, like,
I can see that.
yeah, I just think it'd be fun.
I mean, I could hear that. 'Cause it's hard to get. So let's get a petition going out there. Get me on a movie with Ryan Gosling and Mark doing the voices.
Yeah, I got a Pixar project that we're in the smallest stages of negotiations right now. You know, the stages where one side knows about the negotiations.
Is this true? I can't even tell if you're serious.
Yeah,
yet,
one
right?
side knows about the negotiations. At Mark Sparks Inc. Hit me up on Twitter.
Tweet.
Mike, do we have a winner yet? I know we're a little bit ahead, but there's no
We're
more
a little
bucket
ahead.
listing.
That's okay though.
Bucket list.
We do have a winner.
What was the question again?
Oh,
This
affection
one-
in front of this is you and affection in front of
Oh,
your parents.
hands down. I'm getting ready for my victory dance. Let's hear it.
And the victory dance you shall have. It was a retreat. Seemed like it was just an awkward thing. Something to stay away from.
If you've ever met traditional European fathers,
Yes, I met traditional European fathers.
but you're way bigger than me. It's not fair. And they don't get scared from this face for some reason when I'm flexing.
They get scared, but for a totally different reason than what you're looking for. Honey, this is what you brought home? Why is his face like this? I don't understand. Okay,
Gosh,
well,
what was that? What was that?
watch the replay, you'll figure out
There's
what
like 6 different accents in there. So, what else can we talk about right now?
at Men's Room TV, Twitter, hit us up. We still
Yep.
want to see what you guys did for Valentine's Day. I really am interested in hearing about some of the great things, some of the things that started out great and maybe didn't go as planned, some of the things that didn't go as planned and actually became great, you know, all that stuff. At Men's Room TV, Twitter us up. Live at mensroom.tv is our email. Hit us up on Facebook. What other social networks are there?
At J. Ryan Duarte. That's me.
That is you.
At Mark Sparks.
Whoa.
Sorry, did you want to do it?
No, I just don't want any more followers.
Oh.
I've just surpassed Ashton Kutcher.
Oh.
That's it. Mike, you have anything to add to this lovely broadcast before we sign out?
No, I think we're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we'd like to thank you for watching the Men's Room TV. On behalf of Jordan and myself, Mark Sparks, we'll see you next week. Unless, of course, you'd like to tell them something else. Let's just awkward smile till the
I was doing the pause. It was on the video. I was doing the pause.
you were doing the Casanova
The
pause?
Casanova pause.
Ooh, I have a question.
See you next week. See what I did there? I felt it move. It's working. I'm out of here. Mike's never going to call me back.
Have a fantastic week. Enjoy February. Ides of March are coming. Or February. Or May.